Hello and welcome to another tutorial. This is Revised for Checkpoint book. So this video is about sequence. Basically, it's about term to term rule, position to term rule, and finding the formula of the nth term for the arithmetic sequences. Firstly, the arithmetic sequence is a sequence that goes up or down by equal steps. Like this sequence is an arithmetic sequence because it's going up by 2 each time. This sequence is not arithmetic because in the first step it added 1, second step is plus 2, third step is plus 3. So this sequence in part B is not arithmetic because it's not going up by the same step all the time. In some books, arithmetic sequence is named linear sequence. Non-arithmetic sequences are non-linear sequences. So arithmetic sequence is the exact same thing as linear sequence. Remember that. Okay, now question 1a, the question says find the next two terms in each sequence. Then for the sequences that are arithmetic, linear, give a rule for the nth term. Then let's find the next two terms in each sequence. Then we go to the nth term for the arithmetic sequences. Here it's each time plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. So 9 plus 2 is 11, and 11 plus 2 is 13. Done. This one, firstly it's plus 1, then plus 2, then plus 3, then plus 4. So next is plus 5. 11 plus 5 is 16, and 16 plus 6 is 22. Check again. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, 11 plus 5 is 16, 16 plus 6 is 22. So we got the next two terms. Part C, it's plus 4, 21 plus 4 is 25, plus 4, it is 29, plus 4, 33, it's each time plus 4. So 33 plus 4 is 37, and 37 plus 4 is 41. 11 minus 1 is 10, 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 minus 1 is 8, 8 minus 1 is 7, and 7 minus 1 is 6. So we got the next two terms in each sequence, and let's identify the arithmetic sequences and then work out the nth term. The first sequence, it's plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. So all the steps are equal. So this is arithmetic. Part B is not arithmetic because the first step is plus 1, then plus 2, then plus 3. It's not adding the same number in all steps. So this is not an arithmetic sequence. Part C, it's each time plus 4, it's arithmetic, and part D is each time minus 1. The difference is the same for all of them, then it is arithmetic. Now we need to work out 3 nth terms for each of these sequences in question 1. Now, question 1a. To find the nth term, remember, do these steps and it will be easy. Write 3 or 4 terms of the sequence. 1, 3, 5, 7. 4 terms are enough. Then the first thing you do with these numbers, mark them as 1. This is the second term. This is the third, and this is the fourth term. These numbers in the rule will be considered as n. And then we're going to write the differences. The difference between these two is 2. 1 plus 2 will be 3. 3 plus 2 will be 5. 5 plus 2 will be 7. 7 plus 2 will be the next term, which is 9. Okay, now we got these numbers. Now think making the black numbers using the blue ones and the red ones. 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Then how can we reduce 2 to 1 if we say minus 1? 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1 it will be 3. 2 times 3 is 6, minus 1 it will be 5. 2 times 4 is 8, minus 1 it will be 7. Then we need to add one more row to make this process easier. Always multiply the difference by the ends, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay? Now, all you have to do, look at this green line and look at this black one. If you see, all of these numbers are one more than these numbers. So it means these numbers, the green ones, which are the multiples of the difference, which is 2, is multiplied by the red numbers that are n. This green line is 2n, but what we need is 2n minus 1 to get the black numbers. So 2n minus 1 is the formula of the nth term for the first sequence. Now let's do the same thing for the third sequence. The second sequence is not a linear sequence, it's not an arithmetic sequence. Then we cannot follow this procedure to work out the formula of the nth term. It has some other ways that you don't study it in the middle school. Now part C, it's 21, 25, 29, 33. What we do firstly we can just number them from 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Secondly, we can write the differences. The difference between these two is 4. 21 plus 4 will be 25. 25 plus 4 will be 29. 29 plus 4 is 33. 33 plus 4 is the next term, which is 37. Okay, now multiply the orange numbers, the differences, by the n's. These numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 will be n in the formula. Now, 4 times 1 is 4. Then 4 plus which number will be 21? Do we multiply these two numbers? What we need to add or subtract, so we do. We don't multiply anymore. 4 times 1 is 4. Then 4 plus which number will be 21? It is 17. 4 plus 17 is equal to 21. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 17, again, it will be 25. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 17 will be 29. So plus 17 is in the rule because it applied for all the steps. And we said 4 times 1, 4 times 2. So in general, we say 4 times n instead of all of these numbers. So 4n plus 17 is the formula for the nth term of sequence C. Now, we numbered this 1 and this one 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 41 is the sixth term. Now, if we put 6 in place of this n, we must get 41. Will we? Let's check. 4 times 6 plus 17. 4 times 6 is equal to 24. 24 plus 17 is equal to 41. This is correct. That's how you check your nth term. Now, the nth term was 4n plus 17 here. 4n plus 17 is the nth term for sequence C. Now for sequence D, the first term is 11, then 10, then 9, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 never changes. Now the difference between these two is 1. The difference between these two is 1, 1, 1. Okay? Now 1 times 1 is 1. So how can we get 11? Can we say 1 plus 10? 1 plus 10 is 11, but 1 times 2 is 2, plus 10 will not be 10. Then we miss something. What is it? It's each time minus 1. For minus we have to write it, but for plus, since plus is positive, we don't have to write the difference. Negative 1 times 1 is equal to negative 1. Then how can we get 11 from negative 1? How? If we say 12. 12 minus 1 is equal to 11. But this 1 is not just a normal one. It's negative 1 times 1. This one is this one that represents n. Now, the formula will be something like this: 12 minus n. 12 minus n. Now let's see how does this work. Because we say negative 1 times this one was n. This one is this. So we can say 12 minus 2, it will be 10. 12 minus 2 is 10. 12 minus 3 is 9. 12 minus 4 is 8. Then we always multiply the n's by negative 1. That's why we have negative n, because n times negative 1 is negative n. And we get the n out from 12 to get all the terms of the sequence. Then the nth term is 12 minus n. We can use this as a trick. Since it's each time minus 1, then what is 1 more than 11? It is 12. That's why we pick 12, and each time minus n, you see we get these numbers. If it's minus 2 each time, we'll pick a number which is 2 steps away from 11. Question 2. The first term of a number sequence is 2. To make each subsequent term, you multiply the previous term by 3 and add 1. Find the first 4 terms of the sequence. So let's follow this description to create the sequence. The question says first term is 2. So this is the first term. Then each term should be multiplied by 3, added by 1 to get the next term. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1, 7. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 1, 22. 22 times 3 is 66, plus 1, 67. So we got the first 4 terms of the sequence. The most common mistake in such questions, students are going to work out 5 terms. They don't consider this as one of the terms. No, this is the first term, second, third, fourth. Done. The question says 4 terms. Done. We have 4 terms. Question 3. The nth term of a sequence is n squared plus 4. Write down the first 3 terms. So what we have is n squared plus 4. So for the first term, we're gonna put 1 instead of n. Then we will get 1 squared, which is 1, plus 4 is 5. For the second term, we're gonna put 2 in place of n. Then 2 squared is 4, plus 4, 8. For the third term, we're going to put 3 in place of n. 3 squared is 9 plus 4, 13. And the fourth term, 4 squared is 16 plus 4, 20. So we got all the first 4 terms of the sequence, but the question says the first 3 terms. Here they are. That was all about sequences, finding term-to-term rule to work out the next terms, finding the nth term, and position to term is just like nth term, but instead of n, we're gonna write p instead of n. The only difference between position to term rule and the nth term is we need to put p instead of n in the position to term rule. Like the formula of nth term in this sequence, it was 2n minus 1. 2n minus 1 was the nth term for this sequence, but the position to term rule will be 2p minus 1. It's exactly the same. I wish you find it easy. Don't forget to comment your name to confirm your attendance, and feel free to ask any question. Thank you for watching.